This is the Horse Radio Network.
Greetings, everybody. Eventing radio show producer Coach Jen here. This week, Liz, Paul, Max, and Joe all have the week off, so let's enjoy this blast from the past featuring Liz and Boyd Martin hosting Helen Murray, Executive Director of the ERA of NA, along with Hoy Fonseca.
I'm Liz Halliday-Sharp, coming to you from sunny Ocala, and this week we don't have our favorite Aussie Tappers on the line because he is coming home from a cheeky little holiday, but we do have some Aussie flavor for you still, and still a great fan favorite. It's our guest host for this week, Boyd Martin. Boyd, thank you very much for jumping in here with me today, and how are you getting on? I hear it's very cold out there in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Liz, thank you for having me on the show. I'm very proud to take over Tappers' position, but I was very jealous when I heard you're in Ocala, Florida, because I'm up here in Pennsylvania at the moment, and it's bloody freezing. It's cold, and but the horses are getting clipped, and we're all getting geared up for a big season next year.
Well, Boyd, it's been an up and down year for you this year for sure. But I think every year that goes by, and you've certainly had your fair share of trials and tribulations, but it just kind of tacks on as your armor, doesn't it? You seem to always be able to pull yourself together and come out the other side shining.
Yeah, it's a funny game, this, Liz. It's I think I'm slowly getting numb to it. I've been doing it for about 20 years, and there's the highs are highs and the lows are lows, and you've just got to be resilient and enjoy it when it's good, and battle through it when it's not. And as you know yourself, it's a very rewarding sport, and it's tough when it doesn't go so well, but could always be worse, mate. We could be sitting in an office typing in front of a computer, or picking mushrooms, or some other job. So there's really not that much to complain about.
I'm with you, mate. I am. And championship year in the US coming up. It's a big year for everyone. Have you got some really good horses lined up?
Yeah, I'm getting the bit of a squadron together. We've got a new coach, obviously, Eric Devander. So all the Americans met with him a couple of weeks ago, and he's pretty fired up. And I got a couple of the old boys gearing up to do another 4-star, and then some new younger horses coming through for their first 4-star. So it's obviously a long, long way to go to selection, so I'm not even really thinking about getting picked on the team yet. I'm more just trying to gather up the troops and make sure I put forward some good performances come Rolex and Jersey and Lemullin and Bromont, and after that we'll start worrying about who's looking the best and not.
Fair enough. I think that's a smart way to go. I think we're all excited about the new coach. I know I am, and it's great to be sort of gearing up with some good horses for the new season.
Liz, you look like you're tooled up with a couple of nice horses too. You're in with a shot there. Have you got something for Rolex, or what's your plan with your advanced horses?
Well, I'm really lucky that De Niro Z has really come on this year, and it's been really amazing for his owners, Rob and Chris Decino, to experience him going into Blenheim, and he was fantastic there. And then he did Buccalo, and really he's come on leaps and bounds, and I think the world of him. I think he's probably the best horse I've ever had. But he is still green. He's a young horse. He did his first advance towards the end of the last year, or this year even. We're not quite in 2018 yet. But I think he would cope if he did get chosen for WEG. But look, I'm sure I'm not at the top of the list. And I will be aiming him for Bromont. I'm not going to go guns blazing for 4-star just yet. And we're going to, similar to yourself, I'm just going to try and do the best by my horses, and try and give him the best shot for his future, really. And I think doing another 3-star is the right move for that. So I'm excited for this year, and I've got some really super young horses coming up, probably the best ones I've had. So yeah, hopefully in a few years' time, I'll have a good selection of top horses.
Very good. Very good.
Well, Boyd, it's been great chatting with you, and we should probably get right to our first guest just after these messages from our sponsor.
Hi, Glenn the Geek here, founder of the Horse Radio Network, and we would like to take this opportunity to thank Bit of Britain for continuing to be our title sponsor for the Eventing Radio Show, and for being one of the biggest supporters of eventing over the last 3 decades. If you need eventing supplies, there is no better place to go than bitofbritain.com. John and the entire gang are there to help you with everything you need for a successful eventing season. With the exception of the horse, you're on your own for that. Please support the company that supports you, bitofbritain.com, and like them on Facebook. Just search for Bit of Britain.
Joining us now on the Eventing Radio Show is an exciting and very important guest. It's the Executive Director of the Eventing Riders Association of North America. It's Helen Murray. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Liz. Great to be talking to you guys. Happy holidays.
And you. I can't believe Christmas is just around the corner. It's absolutely crazy. But for now, we're more excited about getting this show done because I know our producer is excited because it's the last one before the holidays. But we're really pleased to have you on the show because, of course, the ERA of NA is such an important part of what we do here. And it's great to be able to explain a bit better what that is all about, what the membership's about. It's such a great organization, isn't it?
It is. It's fabulous. And we've experienced a transition in the past 12 months where we originally was formed as PRO, the Professional Riders Organization. And then over the last year, we transitioned to the Eventing Riders Association of North America as having talked to our constituency and as the sport has evolved and changed, the organization felt that we need to do the same thing. And so we had a couple great meetings at the USEA convention a few weeks ago in Long Beach. And yeah, very excited to continue forward and build membership and work together to be the collective voice of eventing in North America.
Helen, I think it's a fantastic thing that you're doing for the sport, especially for the professional riders. Are you connected to the ERA in Europe that's making big noise over there?
Yeah, I mean, the ERA in Europe has, as you said, made huge noise and done a lot for the sport over there. So we're really trying to model a lot of what we're doing in North America here. And we want to work with them and, partner. And because, as we all know, eventing is a great sport, but we're all better together. So the more we can collaborate with national federations and individuals, and as well as ERA of Europe, I think the better it will all be. The more we can,
fantastic.
More we can get done.
Excellent news for us.
And Helen, just explain a little bit to our listeners, that I think in the past there was maybe some confusion for people as to who could become a member of what used to be called the Pro Riders Association. But just explain to us who can be a member and what you get from your membership. Why should people be a member of the ERA of NA?
Well, anyone that is interested and has a love for eventing can be a member, and we welcome them in. There are currently 3 different types of membership. So there is just a general membership, which is $25 a month or $25 a year. And then we've got our Plus membership, which is $50 a year, and that allows you to take part in some of our programs that we will be launching throughout the year. As people that were familiar with Pro may know of the junior scholarships we've had and the prelim to Pro. program. We're also looking to open that up for amateurs. So if you're a member plus, that welcomes you into those programs, as well as we still have our professional membership, which has transitioned from pro, and any equine professional, whether that be a rider, a groom, a farrier, a vet, physio, can join that membership. And that also lets you take part in our insurance program, which is an accident and disability insurance.
Say, Helen, that I've taken full advantage of that insurance over the years when when it was formally organised by pro. So from a rider like myself, I think I'm one of those ones that benefited from that insurance policy that you guys put up.
Can you just explain why it's so specialized rather than just your basic insurance? Why do people need to have that insurance? Because I am also a member of it, and I'm a firm believer that it's a great thing for all of us as riders, isn't it?
Yeah, it is great, and we've had a lot of our professional members have used the insurance, which unfortunately for them, it's meant that they've had to be on the sidelines, but it is the accident and disability insurance. So when you are not able to be riding or doing your normal job because you're on the sidelines, it does give you does give you compensation. And so there are two different forms of it. There's our base plan, which is $375 annually. And so there's a $5,000 deductible, but it gives you 52 weeks of disability insurance. And so it will give you $200 a week, and there is then $100,000 in excess insurance. Our buy-up plan, which is $1,088 annually, also has the $5,000 deductible, but that for when you are on disability, that will give you $600 a week and gives you $1 million in excess insurance.
Yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, I think what you guys are doing is fantastic, Helen. I really feel like you're bringing our sport of eventing up to the next level, into that, that next bracket of professional sports. And I think it's fantastic. And if you guys can make it similar to what they've done in England and Europe, I think it's making the sport much more of a global sport. And it's very, very exciting that America's getting away from this whole sort of feeling of amateurism. So it's hats off to you.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, we look to, continue. And, I think it is really important to note that it's a membership of everyone. It's professionals, it's amateurs, it's juniors and young riders and owners and grooms. And we all really want to work together because I think everyone feels very passionately about this sport. And if, we want to be the collective voice and work with and collaborate with not only the USEF and USEA in the States, but also work with affiliates and the national federations in Canada and Mexico.
So, Helen, are there some big goals for 2018? I mean, we know that the ERA of NA does insurance. We've just talked about that, and there's so much more that the club does, though, isn't there? And there's must be a lot going ahead to this new year now that it's rebranded, and we've got a championship year coming up in the United States. Tell us a bit more about what we can look for in the future.
Yeah, we will. We really are looking to increase our membership as we are all encompassing for the entire sport. And we will be having presences at multiple different competitions throughout the year. And we want to hold some open forums at competitions to, talk about what can be improved in the sport, but also what's going well and what can we build on, and how can riders and grooms and owners work with organizers to make the sport, to build on what is already good in this, in the sport in this country. And we'll be all, not only in the U.S., but also look to have a presence at some Canadian and Mexican competitions as well.
Well, it sounds like things are just improving all the time, Helen. And I know that both Boyd and I are very proud members, continual members of this wonderful Eventing Riders Association of North America. And how can your many followers follow the progress? How can they become members? Is there a website, of course, but is there also social media areas that people can follow? Can you just fill us in on all that?
Yes, there is all of that. You can learn more about the Eventing Riders Association of North America on our website, which is eraofna.com, as well as you can join and become a member there. You can also follow us on social media on our Facebook page, which is the Eventing Riders Association of North America. And then we're on Twitter and Instagram as well with the handle ERA of NA.
Thank you very much, Helen. It's been a real pleasure to have you on the Eventing Radio Show. And of course, we're proud to be a part of this show, which is everything goes hand in hand, doesn't it, here? So we hope that you have a wonderful Christmas. And thank you for being a part of the show.
Thank you so much. I have been a loyal listener to the radio show for a long time. Thank you guys for everything you do, and happy holidays to you all.
The Eventing Riders Association of North America is the collective voice of riders, equine professionals, and owners in pursuit of enhancing the growing sport of eventing in North America. In cooperation with our members, governing bodies, related committees, and organizers, ERA of NA works to improve the overall welfare, safety, visibility, and growth of the sport. ERA of NA, your voice matters for the sport of eventing. Jump in and engage by becoming a member today. Find them online at www.eraofna.com.
On the Eventing Radio Show, we're very, very lucky to have Brazilian eventing sensation Roy Fonseca calling us in from where are you, Roy? Sunny Rio de Janeiro.
Well, I'm just south of Brazil at the moment, a couple of hours from Rio. I'm actually giving this interview on the sand in front of the sea, having a nice cocktail in my hands. And how are you guys over there? Is it winter over there now, or just just trying to catch up with the weather up there? Yeah.
Oh, it's bloody freezing here, mate. We're in the east coast of America, shivering away, and dreaming of lying on a beach down there in Brazil, in South America. So, thank you for coming on the radio show, and I hope we wish you all the best for next season. And we understand you've been getting amongst in the indoor eventing scene in Europe the last few months.
Yes, Boyd. Yes, I mean I just literally arrived in Brazil. We're just having 2 weeks down here. I mean, I've been pretty busy with the indoor season over there and back in Europe. I mean, I've been a big supporter of, for the last 10 years, we've been supporting a lot of the indoor shows there. I mean, like Stuttgart was one of the first ones, and we got Paris, and we got Bordeaux and Geneva and Stockholm as well. I mean, it's been like a new series going on, and I think FEI even thinking doing like a little World Cup winter season for the eventers, which is a bit different for our sport, but I think it's quite nice to be involved with those bigger shows. It's good networking, and I think it's fantastic for eventing outdoor as well.
Well, and it's really good, Hoy, because it must be great for sponsors and for the fans as well, because it's not like they're having to go into a muddy field and chase horses around and try and keep up with what's going on, like quite often it can be with our sport. Instead, they've put this arena eventing right there in front of everybody in a real stadium, and it's very, very exciting for the crowds, isn't it? And I know I know I've maybe caught a few social media videos of you trying to bring the crowds in a little bit more. You've definitely taken it in your stride, haven't you?
Yeah, this is the main point. I mean, the organizers, they want like a big show. I mean, it's still a competition between the riders, but they always put us in the meeting before and say, look, guys, it's another day. If everything goes wrong, if you're not having a good day. I mean, so they want us to promote the sport. And literally, like, when is the eventing during the indoor season, like on that particular day, is the only night that is actually sold out. I mean, so we are the main attraction. I mean, there's Stuttgart, Geneva, they're putting us on prime time just before, like in Geneva a couple of weeks ago, it was just before the final top 10 in the world show jumping, you know, like, I mean, we have the prime time because, and the organizer said, look, you guys bring in the crowd. I mean, this is very important for us. I mean, that's what's happening, you know, these other shows. I mean, the other people trying to organize more and more because it's different, and they invite always different riders from different countries, and literally like, it's a small class between 16 riders to 20 riders max, and this is really cool because we are the main attraction, and it's different, and the sponsors love it, and the crowd really love it. So I think it's quite nice for us to being involved together with those big sponsors, and as you said, with the owners, and a few owners now, they love to go. There is even people talking about buying horses just to do the indoor season. I think this is quite nice for us, you know. Yeah,
it's fantastic, Hoy. And we've done it a little bit here in America. I think we had one up in New York City one evening in the summer, and I just did one up in Toronto in Canada in a hockey stadium. What with this European circuit, what's the scoring system in these indoor shows, Hoy? Is there show jumps involved? Is it the fastest person wins? Is it how's the winner decided?
Yes, I mean, all different shows got different rules, yeah. But now FEI wants to stamp and bringing a new rule that we should follow what FEI wants. But I think that will take a little bit out of, you know, the organizers' way of, like Stuttgart. They did like optimum time, but was quite fast. They put like, I think, 450 per minute in a small arena. Actually, it is quite fast. And you go to Geneva, you had some cross-country fences that would knock down, and that adds you like 8 points or 8 seconds, yeah? And you go to Paris, it was like fastest clean, like clear round. So it was like if you had a fence down, you had 4 points. And if you go slow with a clear, you're still ahead of the ones that went fast and with the fence down. So all the organizers, they got different rules, but they try to they leave like that because some countries, they're a little bit like funny with going too fast and the crowd don't like. Some countries like people going very fast. I mean, they try to adapt the rules, what is going to be interesting for the public, and we and us riders, we just need to present a good show, which is quite important as well.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds fantastic. I think it's a really, really exciting new form of eventing where we might find that it really takes off, and we have to find our indoor horses like a show jumper would, and then you'd have your 4-star horses. And, you know, I think the whole sport's evolving where we're seeing different forms, aren't we? Like the CICs are different to the CCIs, and now we've got this exciting new indoor thing. Yeah, and I think anything that brings our sport to make it more exciting. It's over in a couple of hours. You can sit in a seat, eat popcorn, and drink a beer and cheer them on. It's fantastic. And we've been watching all the videos there that you've been riding in this European series, Hoy, and it looks bloody fantastic. And I hope there's a circuit that can get started in America here, and who knows, like maybe it will turn into a world tour one day.
Yeah, as you said, Boyd, I mean, the connection with those, you know, new eyes of the show jumping world. And for us, it's like when you guys go down to Wellington, yeah, for that eventing, that's pretty amazing. I mean, there's a lot of riders from Europe that wants to go over to do that. And I guess it's getting more and more popular, the indoor season here, like in Europe as well. Like all those organizers now, they having headaches to who they they want in their shows and who they should invite. I mean, sometimes they got people like 40 people wants to go down to Paris, to Geneva, because they're amazing cities as well. I mean, it's all about, the networking, and we promoting our sport in a different way, which I think in the end, one will help the other. The indoor season will help when we go out to the outdoor, because we can promote towards the TV and the social media. There's a lot of people around the world watching the indoor eventing, which when we go outdoor, people will relate it. You've been out there, and it's how can we go there? And a lot of owners, they get a little bit, like fed up with the winter. They don't have got much to do between October until March. And if you got like an old 4-star horse that maybe had an injured here and there, or maybe a horse that's already not competitive enough on the outdoor, they can go for another 2 or 3 years in the indoor season and having a great time. And you manage to keep their owner together with you for a couple of more years, and they end up investing in an outdoor horse. I think there's nothing wrong to do both. I think it's fantastic. It's a great idea. Yeah.
Well, Hoy, I was literally about to say, I think it's a really great way to keep some of the older horses that maybe don't want to be hammering around those big tracks anymore. They can, if they're still fit enough and enjoying the job, I think it's a great thing for some of these older horses. And I remember going to Stuttgart with you and a few others many years ago, and on my older advanced horse, and he absolutely loved it. It was so much fun, the competition. It was totally wild. It was prime time, like you said. And it is just a great way to keep things going along in the winter, isn't it? And let's not forget, there's prize money in this. I think as eventers, we're always looking for the good competitions that actually provide that good prize money, because our sport historically doesn't get the sort of prize money that you get in show jumping, does it? So it's a real step in the right direction from every perspective, from every angle. I think it's an exciting move forward for the sport.
Yeah, definitely. The prize money on those indoor seasons is getting higher and higher. I shouldn't say that, but Laura Collett, she was second in Paris. She got more money if she was going to win Blenheim, the CCI 3-star in England, or something like a Brahman. You follow me? And you get all your expenses paid, and you get down there and you promote a nice show. So it is money involved as well. But let's forget, the main idea is us bringing our eventing, like our events, to another image to the crowd and to the new sponsors. And as I said, a lot of people that it's involved on an indoor season is getting more interest in the outdoor season as well. I think it helps each other, and I think it's really important, and it's good for those older horses. We can go out there and be competitive and having a great time. It's like, unfortunately, it's only 1 minute, 2 minutes, but I think it's worth. They try even to organize now. Maybe we can do 2 classes. I think Boyd can confirm to me. I think Toronto, you're doing 2 days, and it's combined time, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's fantastic, mate. And I think we can see it with other sports too. In Australia there was cricket, and cricket used to take 6 days to play a game, and the purists were up in arms when they wanted to shorten the game to make it more exciting for the spectators, and they changed it to a one-day international, and now they've got 2020 cricket, and I think all sports are evolving, and I don't think it will take away from the 4-star level or the Olympic level, and it's just another form of our sport that different horses and different riders will be suited for, and it's bloody exciting to watch and compete in, so I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I think... Hoy, tell us, more importantly, before we let you get back to your caipirinha on the beach, because it's obviously going to, you might need to top up. Just give us a heads up on what your plans are for the 2018 season. Obviously, it's a championship year again. It was very exciting, I'm sure, for you to compete in your home country at the most recent Olympics, but have you got plans towards WEG? Will we see your old campaigner, Tom Bombadil, coming back out?
Yes, Liz. I've been on that stage. We're trying to kind of bring a new, fresh blood to the team. I've been, as you know, I always like to spend 3 weeks in November looking for young horses around Europe, and I did this recently. actually we found some really nice young horses to come into the team. Talking about the higher level, I still got my good horse, Tom Bombadil, that for some reason, he's probably one of the soundest horses I think I ever had. And he's feeling good. He's feeling fresh. We didn't do much 2017 because of other reasons in the beginning of the season. And so he came back really well towards the end of the season. He's there, and I got another really nice mare, Fonseca, that she was qualified for Rio as well. And that will be probably my main two horses. I will do all the best to be qualified, and it will be amazing to go back to Tryon, which it looks fantastic. I always heard fantastic things to go there. I'll try to be, at least be on a position to be selected, and we'll see how it goes. We still got till September, so I'll start the season in Portugal. I will take 4 or 5 horses down there, and from there we come back to England. I'm really excited about the new yard as well that we recently, after many, many years, looks like I'm going to be in England forever now. We just got a new base just outside of Oxford. It's exciting times to rebuild the new yard, and I'm really looking forward for it. I'm very happy. I'm very happy to receive all my friends from America and Boyd and you guys. You got a place, and I'm really excited about it.
Well, I'll be there. Don't worry.
Fantastic. Well, Roy, great catching up with you, mate. Thank you for giving us this insight, and hopefully America can pursue or follow the lead or the experience you've had over there in Europe. I think it'd be great, and all the best for next year, mate.
Thank you, Boyd. It's nice to talk to you, and I really wish you and your owners and yourself a great season for next year, and then hopefully we can catch up before WEG, and definitely at WEG, who knows, we're going to be there competing again. It's always a pleasure to have you around, and Liz and everybody. I wish you all a fantastic Christmas and New Year's, and a better 2018 for everyone. Yeah.
Well, Boyd has had to run off to go and quickly ride some more horses, but we can't thank him enough for being our guest co-host on the Eventing Radio Show. Thank you so much, Boyd. And thank you, everyone, for listening to the Eventing Radio Show, presented by the Eventing Riders Association of North America. You can learn more about Eventing Riders Association of North America at eraofna.com. You can, of course, find the links to today's guests and topics at eventingradio.com. Follow Eventing Radio on Facebook. Just search for the Eventing Radio Show, and on Twitter at Eventing Radio. You can, of course, listen to Eventing Radio anytime, anywhere with the free Horse Radio Network app for iPhone and Android. Go to your app store and search Horse Radio Network. You can also subscribe via iTunes. Thanks again to our title sponsor, Bit of Britain. I'm Liz Halliday Sharp, and you can follow me on Facebook, Liz Halliday, on Instagram, Liz Halliday Sharp, on Twitter, at Liz Halliday, and of course on our website, hseventing.com. Thanks for listening, everybody, and have a wonderful Christmas.